my heart.
All right, if you want the Mickey Mouse coin, it was just a quick, just to show you very quickly.
Sorry about that, I got a little carried away.
No, it's good though. Go ahead and pick it up, less than $30, less than $40 on that coin. This
solid
one,
silver, by the way, that was a solid silver,
yeah,
the Mickey coin.
For sure. This one is decidedly a little bit more because it is that early release Palladium Eagle from the West Point Mint, proof 70 on that one.
We have two things here. First of all, save a car. It's $700. I mean, not a great car, but you can buy a car for 700 bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
This coin, when it came out last year, and to this day, remains incredible. Understand, this is palladium. Palladium, what some people say, what's palladium? It's in the platinum family, except it's like, I think it's 25 times rarer than platinum, which is like 10 times rarer than gold, which is, you know, so this is as rare a metallic coin as there is in essence on Earth. This is an ounce of pure palladium. The United States government has done these for a couple of years now. This was the second year of release. When this came out, this created issues unlike anything I've seen in the coin business for my over a quarter of a century I've been in the coin business. This sold out from the United States Mint. They were allowed to buy one per household. It sold out from the United States Mint in about 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds. Not like, oh, it's about 30 seconds. Yeah. I mean like time it 30 seconds. Yeah. If you weren't there in 30 seconds, it was sold out. I had commitments from other coin dealers for literally hundreds and hundreds of these coins. I knew it would be popular. I had people who I've done business with for 10, 20, 25 years literally renege on their sales to me that I cannot provide the coins because the price went up so quickly, so fast. And they did not have coins that they were supposed to get, were promised to them. They're going, look, I've never had this happen before. And so it caused an incredible rift, in essence, in the coin business because the people that had these coins, the price went up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars overnight. The reverse of the coin, the obverse of the coin, you may recognize this as the mercury dime, only now it's done in 1 ounce of pure palladium that they've done. In the high relief that you're going to have here, the proof ultra cameo high relief, they're gonna do one this year. It's gonna be a reverse proof. I can't even begin to tell you what's gonna happen with that. That could be out of control. That could be the end of the internet by the time everybody's trying to get that.
Break the internet.
Yeah, it could break the internet. And so you've got this right here. The reverse of this, you may kind of recognize the reverse of that coin. That is, it looks like the reverse of the Walking Liberty $half. Adolph Weinman designed that. This was a design that he did not use. This was came in second when they released the Walking Liberty $half in 1916. This was the one that they did with the eagle had his head up in the air. So this is the secondary design. He also designed the mercury dime. So he is the designer on the front and back of this 100+ years later. So what we've got, we sold a couple of hundred of these coins. I think the lowest price we did was $46.99.95, somewhere right in there. On this coin, I have, I think maybe a dozen coins or something. We have a few coins remaining at $39.99.95.
Wow.
$39.99.95. This is last year's coin. And I'm telling you, get it now because when they release the reverse proof next year, it is gonna be, everybody's gonna back collect. It's what happened to the 2017 spectacular opportunity.
That's what's gonna happen. You're saving $700 today by getting this. Like, again, our quantity is very, very limited. This is for the serious collector.